Now I'm addicted. Hey sweeties, welcome to my office. This is where I work. Press button and speak for a living. Love it. A brand new day, a brand new video, and I'm so proud of myself. I decided to do my first ever vlog where you are going to come to work with me. Usually before work when I'm driving, I tend to listen to the presenter before me on 5FM, which is the Top 40 on 5 with Nick Archibald, just to get a sense of what he's talking about and the energy for the show. And then there I am going to the SABC. That is where the studios are, and yeah, passing by reception. Yes, queen. Fun fact, if you did not know, 5FM is actually next to Metro FM and Radio 2000. So whoever that's on air at the time, I get to see them, which is pretty dope. And there I am getting into the 5FM studios. If you don't know how the studios look, that's exactly how they look. That's our little kitchenette, and that's where we all take pictures whenever we have guests. And now to see Nick. Nicholas Archibald. Hi!
That happened. She didn't say that. She said, "You're looking full in the cheeks," which is apparently a metaphor for having had a good holiday. And I can't deny that. I had a great holiday. Doja Cat Vegas on 5 in number 9 this week on the Top 40 on 5. Wrong Time, Will Lindley coming through in your number 10. And we've kicked it off. And I've just kicked down my chair. I'm now like 3 inches shorter. But we get through it. There's no doubt about it. Let's get your predictions in. Wanna be around.
And this is a little bit of a voice warm-up. I'm joking. Nick was supposed to leave because he's done. And then in a few minutes, I would be starting my show.
Sweet loving.
Okay.
Anyway, that's me. Okay, bye. Bye.
5 minutes just after 2. You know what that means. 5 weekend is underway. And there's my lovely newsreader.
Hi, Kea's beautiful community.
Hi, my beautiful person.
Thank you, Chair.
It's going to be a very long day today. That is where we at. And these are the buttons that I press on a daily basis. I like on a weekly basis. I just need people to understand. I have 3 monitors. That one is for ads, this one is for music, and this one is for sound and ton. And then there's another batch of buttons that I need to press. Then this is my workspace. So, and then it's showtime. This is so important because I introduce myself and what the show is about. It is I Love Sky here on 5. Closer is the name of this one. 10 minutes just after 2 o'clock. It is a Saturday afternoon. It is time for 5 weekend afternoons. My name is Kea Boya and welcome to the show. I am so excited, can you tell? Partly because it's so good to have Nick back.
I know, the energy is insane. Walking into the studio, you can already hear the
he's just bouncing off the walls. He's just everywhere. But yes. I am so happy to have him back, and I'm pretty sure everybody that was tuned into the Top 40 was so excited to have him back. We have incredible music coming through. Sigala, a little bit of Olivia Rodrigo and DJ Clock. And I don't know about you. But I'm getting older, right? And the things that used to fascinate me when I was younger are just not doing that for me anymore. And we're going to be chatting about that in just a little bit in terms of some things that used to interest you. It could be foods, it could be activities when you were younger, but now you're just like, what's the point? It's all coming. And of course, we're going to have some interesting sports update coming through for you. We're also going to have guest a sample as well somewhere in the mix, and then of course we're going to finish off the show with your song title contest. Stick around, it's going to be a jam-packed show and so many more incredible things happening in between. Welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Complete. Unsubscribe.
This is what you live for. So I'm basically getting ready to kind of transition and add a liner into the next song. The press, love it. If you have just joined us, welcome to the show. My name is Gabby and we're chatting about things that you are starting to dislike the older you grow. I'm getting some really interesting answers here. But before we get into those answers, Yonaka, I have to ask you, personally for you, what is it that you are starting to dislike as you get older?
I used to be a huge friends person. I used to have a massive group of friends. Now the number of people I like to have in my space has decreased. I think that's also why the tolerance for being out in more social settings till later is kind of a thing as well. Yeah, I'm more inclined to spend time with smaller groups of people than I used to be.
That's really interesting, and I think that's also just a sign of growth.
Of course.
You realize as you get older that I don't think I like these people.
You know what? You start valuing quality over
Absolutely.
quantity. I don't need 10 friends at my birthday. Even just that 2 really good friends that I know I'm gonna have a blast with is better than 10 friends that I'm not gonna get along.
So you're starting to dislike the idea of having a lot of friends.
Yes, indeed.
I absolutely love that, and I think somebody on the WhatsApp line shares the same sentiments. Somebody says, people.
Period.
Simply people. Okay, I have to, let me educate the people. So this is called a log, where you basically sign, because that's how we make money as a radio station. So I'm signing for the ads. It is the music by Young Beethoven with Christian James rather. Overthinking. Will Lindley ahead of that coming through with I Don't Wanna Be Yours. That's the name of the song. Okay, I don't necessarily have the prettiest singing, but hey. Sigala ahead of that with Melody. 19 minutes just after 2 o'clock. If you have just joined us, welcome to the show. It is 5 weekend afternoons and I am your host. My name is Gabby, and of course Yona Gateledi is on the side. So every single part of the show is important because I have to make sure that every single transition is as smooth as possible, which is probably why they call us DJs, because that's a big part of the work that we do, making sure that all the different elements in the show make sense. Now I can relax. I'm joking. It is music by Native Young with Black Motion remix of Erase. Ahead of that gave you Tiger teaming up with Doja Cat, Freaky Dicky, Janasi and Georgia Koo coming through with Trouble right here on 5 or 4 minutes just before you get your news. But there's something really interesting that's been happening with Doja Cat having to answer as to why she decided to cut her hair. And people have been on her case. And a lot of people are also assuming that she's going through what Britney Spears went through back in 2007, and she actually addressed why she got to a point where she decided to cut her hair, and to some degree I'm feeling her. Take a listen.
Not like to have hair. I remember feeling so just exhausted with like working out. Like whenever I went to go like train, I had like a trainer at one point, and I'd be wearing wigs and they would be like getting like tacky. They'd like re-tack because of the moisture. And then they'd start sliding and peeling off of my head while I'm like in this, like doing this incredibly strenuous thing. I'd be working out, but like I couldn't focus because I was more concerned with how I looked and how my hair was doing and like how to keep it adhered to my scalp, and then like it would slide off, and then I'd put on a beanie. There was times where like I'd put a beanie on top of my wig that's on top of a wig cap that's on top of braids.
Listen, I'm absolutely understanding her. I think also as women, you will know we have a very interesting relationship with hair. Sometimes you want it, sometimes you don't. And I think also in this day and age, we're at a point in our lives where as women, it's 2022. I don't think that we need to be explaining. And unfortunately, when you are in a position of fame and in a position of influence, you kind of have to do these kind of videos. But I think as a society, we need to get to a point where we just let people be, man. If she feels that she's over having hair, that's up to her. We're going to get into your news, but first, here's a track by Albe. We move on. That's exactly what we do. We move on. Do you remember in the first video, I told you that the first job that I ever did was being a camp facilitator. And we had a dance routine to the song. I'm going to try and remember it. I don't know what it is. Wait, Kea. No. To be honest, the routine really just dribbled me. I forgot everything. Look at that. Miss Ma'am. I forgot. Wait. Second attempt. I remember the dance routine after. So,
Yes.
also I love my newsreader.
I like it. That's my favorite move. This one's my favorite move.
Look at this one. She just came back from lunch.
Excuse me. I'm not feeling bad about it. We burp off air. It's the only chance we have.
That's true.
Yeah, for everyone that's watching, tell them what's happening right now.
We have a no eating in the studio policy, so we all eat here.
Literally everyone.
Yeah. Also because, like, you just need to be ready. What if the song ends, then like guys?
You keep standing. It's crazy.
No, my mom literally said you get paid to deal with the pressure, and I 100% agree.
It's about the pressure. Show us your work dance. Ari.
Also, that dance is because I'm eating. Aye.
Ah, you put Zegate. Rihanna's proud. Rihanna's proud. Where she is as the mama.
Proud that you did
This is what I deal with every weekend. It is Nikki, Yor and Daisy with the sunroof here on 5 Giant Rooks. Ahead of that with the morning blue, 20 minutes just after 4 o'clock. And we're about to get into fill in the fact. Doo-dum, doo-dum. Get your thinking caps on. Doo-dum, doo-dum. Okay, so
I'm so
I know. Why are you nervous?
Because I know what it's about, but it's fine. Let me do your thing.
Let me tell you, for those who don't know, first of all, I apologize to you if you're eating, but today we're chatting a bit about farts for today's fill in the fact. And I know that we all know that farts are well known for the gases that do not smell that great when they've been passed or expelled, right? But how much percentage of the gases expelled in farts actually smell bad?
I'm gonna lean more towards the lower side. So I'm gonna say 30 to 40% of the gases released when you fart actually smell.
Okay.
Then the other 70-60% is just gas. That's what I would say.
Okay. So the answer to this one was obviously 1%. A little fact for you if you didn't know, only 1% of the gases that you release actually do smell. I'm doing a very important thing here. It's towards the end of the show and I'm making sure that my ads have been signed, mixing my music and just having a conversation probably about what's going to happen tomorrow on the show. And then a very important part of what I do as well is coming up. After the show, I stick around to DJ. Yeah. Yeah. This is where the real party is at. So I usually stick around to practice my DJing. This is so exciting. I started my journey beginning of the year and so far it's going well. I'd still love to get booked more, but I love the fact that I work at a place that encourages being multi-skilled and like having the resources as well to enable you to do that. So that's not necessarily the genre that I play though. I've uploaded a mix, so you can check that out, and I'm gonna still keep uploading more mixes. So yeah. I was having such a good time. Aaron was helping me with this one. Thank you so much. My first vlog, we made it. There definitely will be more of better quality, I promise. But don't forget to subscribe. I love you. Bye.